Hello, everyone. Okay, today we are going to talk about productive struggle. And the reason that I put this specific training in the toxic hustle teacher culture portion is because I believe that in some weird universe, we got it in our heads that if kids are not nailing and mastering the content, especially when an administrator is in the room, we are not effective educators. And I'm not sure where it got twisted. I'm not sure why it got twisted. But what this has created is it's really spun out just this whole mess of, if my students are struggling, that means that I'm not effective. And that could not be any further from the truth at all. Productive struggle is necessary for deep level critical thinking that will eventually lead to students understanding the concept on a deep and wide level. And this can be done through a scaffolding process. This can also be done through a differentiation process, but it also can be done by just calming yourself down and encouraging students to really take their time and think on a very, very deep level of what's going to happen next. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. Oh, present. Come on. There it is. Okay. So what we're going to be talking about today is the power of productive struggle in an education classroom. Okay. So let's do this. All right. So what is productive struggle? I think that we say it and we know kind of what it means because we can decompose the word, right? Productive meaning that it's efficient and that it's helpful, and struggle means something that is challenging. So productive struggle is when students are encouraged to work together to solve challenging problems, make mistakes, and learn from them. And I just want to pull out three words there: encouraged, making mistakes. It is a tone. It is a climate in your classroom. Productive struggle is not a thing that you teach. It is an energy in which you teach from. And the way that it is built in the classroom is through trust and through consistency. Encouraging failure to empower students. And what that looks like and what that means is productive struggle directly promotes and impacts a growth mindset. It directly encourages student-teacher resilience and also creativity, because oftentimes when the brain starts to search for a solution to a problem, student A is going to have an experience that directly impacts their problem-solving creation. So student B is going to pull from a different experience. Student C is going to pull from a different experience. And with A, B, and C, all different approaches to solving said problem, the creativity in the room is going to boost high. Productive struggle encourages students to embrace failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. The first thing that you need to do as an educator, if you are interested in increasing productive struggle in the classroom, is every single time a student gets something wrong, celebrate it. Celebrate it. And don't do it obnoxiously. You can do it privately between you and them. You can do it publicly if they like public praise. It's also getting to know your students, right? Getting to know what they like and what they don't like. I hated public praise as a student. I hated it. I would much rather prefer you get down to my level and whisper in my ear. Listen, right here, this is, you should have added, but you accidentally multiplied. This is the reason why. And I'm so glad that you did that, because now you will never, ever, ever, ever make that mistake ever again. And now you are one step closer to becoming the master mathematician that I know that you are. It's little things like that, right? Understanding that failure is the very best thing that happens in a classroom, because it is always an opportunity to learn and grow in that moment. Releasing perfection, the importance of making mistakes. Again, we talked about it in the beginning, right? This is a climate and this is a culture. This is an energy in which you teach from. Encouraging productive struggle, especially in elementary or primary age students, begins by creating a safe space for them to fail. One of my favorite ways to do something like this, and I brought my whiteboard out here so that we can do it together because I think it's that important and valuable. Do you like my 4-year-old's drawing? Mom life. Mom life, mom life. Okay. So one of my favorite things to do in the classroom, I teach math. I teach 5th grade math and science. So I'm going to come from a 5th grade math and science perspective, but this works all grade levels. It also works all content areas. I've seen it done multiple different ways, right? So let's say we're working on a problem, and this problem is, let's just say it's a basic addition problem and it's about money. Okay. $14.99. And then the other number in our word problem, let's just say is 50. And then the last one is, let's say it's 73 cents. Okay. So maybe these are 3 items that they are purchasing and we need to know the total. So of course, you know, this isn't in the classroom. This isn't module 2. So I'm not going to go over like, you know, I dig for work and the problem solving model and all of that stuff. This is more so about releasing perfection. So what I might do as the teacher, if this is more of a modeling portion, is I might start to think aloud, right? Okay, guys, I've got 3 items. I like to put them in greatest to least because that's just my preference. I see the number 50. I also see $14.99, and I also see 73 cents. Now, I'm doing this on purpose because I want the students to recognize that right here, I messed up the place value. Now, I'm not going to make that mean anything about me because remember, the focus is releasing perfection. If students catch it, they can correct me, in which I say, absolutely right, 100%. Yes, I definitely could have done that a little bit better, a little bit stronger, couldn't I have? Excellent. So let's go ahead and cross that out and let's move it over to its correct place value so that this doesn't happen, right? Math teachers, how often do we see mistakes like this? All the time is the answer. All the time, especially down in primary school and beginning of middle school. Okay. So if they don't catch it here, I then go in and make the error. I make the error depending on my students' leveling, depending on the grade level in which I'm teaching. I might have a mistake here. They might call me out. They might not. If they do, we don't make it hostile. We make it welcoming. Oh my gosh, you guys are so right. And here's the thing, the kids love when you make mistakes and they're so excited to call you out about it. But this is also your time as the educator to protect the climate and culture in which you want to cultivate. So if a student is a little spicy in their response of, oh, Miss Sylvia, you made a mistake, I might say to them, hey, Freya, do you mind? I totally understand that you saw an error that I made, and I seriously appreciate it because you caught something that I didn't see at first. But do you mind kind of softening your approach a little bit, because I feel a little bit hurt when you kind of jump at me and say that I made a mistake, right? It's softening the approach for releasing perfection in the classroom. And because I'm doing this in a soft way, because I'm doing it whole class, everybody is like, oh, okay, this is the tone. This is the tone. This is the climate and the culture and the energy from which we find our mistakes. We thank them for addressing it. And then in a supportive way, we grow from that. So maybe they catch me here, but let's go even deeper, right? Let's pretend like they don't catch me here and they didn't catch me here. Let's say they let me go all the way through the problem, making that error. Okay. And then I get my answer, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 4, 6, and 1. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. 1. Okay, $16.22. I hope that's right. I really don't know. It's been a minute since I've done math. So let me double check my math on my calculator. Plus $14.99 plus 73 cents. Yep, $16.22. We match. Now, I just wanted to pull back for just a second and step out of my role play. Do you see how I, as the teacher, welcomed that I could have made a computation error there? And then I checked myself on my calculator. Number one, I'm normalizing the use of a device that every single one of our students have. Let's be honest. And if you think for 1 second that them baby's not using it on homework at home, if you assign homework, you've lost your mind. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I've scared the pants off my kids when it comes to calculator work. But either way, normalize checking it on a tool. Normalize it. It's not that big of a deal. I promise you, because the kids that are going to cheat, they're going to cheat anyways. So it don't matter. And you'll catch it. You'll catch it in small group. You'll catch it on an exam. You'll address it because you are a highly qualified, highly effective educator. Anyways, I normalized checking myself. I normalized making computation mistakes, making counting mistakes. I'm normalizing it not for me, but for them. Then I look here and I'm like, all right, let's reflect, guys. We've got about $15. Do y'all agree? $14.99 kind of rounds up to 15. It's pretty close, right? It's only 1 cent away. Good job. Can you replace it with a place value? It's only 1/100th away. Excellent. We got $50. Ooh, that's a lot of money. I like that. You want $50? Yes, I want $50, Miss Silvio. Me too. What can I buy with $50? And then start getting them formulating thoughts around that. Do a little oral call out. 73 cents. What can you buy for 73 cents nowadays? Whew, nothing. Ain't nothing you can buy for 73 cents. Nada. Nothing. Why am I doing that? I'm doing that because at some point they are going to see that this does not make sense. Because we just talked about the value of $50. We just maybe talked and listed some things that I can get. Shoes, a purse, a pair of pants for $50. We also talked about how much less 73 cents is. What can I buy for 73 cents? I legitimately do not know is the answer. Like, I don't, maybe a gumball out of a gumball machine. Do gumball machines still exist? I'm asking, I really don't know. Send me an email and let me know. Or better yet, tag me on social media. Fine, let me know. I don't know what I can buy for 73 cents is the answer. Okay, I don't. So now we're making that connection with the value. $16. Huh. That's weird. Now, here's where we welcome it in. Now they're starting to put 2 and 2 together. And they're starting to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. I said shoes, purse, pants. $16. That doesn't sound right. We're creating a space where it's normal. And then once we've all caught it, oh, you're right. That doesn't make sense. Totally, I get it, right? And if I'm on a whiteboard, I might erase it. If I'm in a journal doc camming, I'm actually crossing out and resetting my page because I don't want to waste time erasing in my math class. And that is when I fix it. And I encourage place value and filling in holes. And then we reset and we do it together. Again, checking my computation with the tool, especially in the upper elementary and middle school, because they're going to get a calculator in, depending on what state you're in 6th to 7th grade anyways. So once again, it's, yes, fluency is important. Yes, numbers and operations are important. All of those things matter. But at the end of the day, checking with a tool is not a problem. Don't make it a problem. Again, normalize that mistake and that failure. So strategies when it comes to encouraging productive struggle in the classroom, just kind of summing up what we had already talked about, creating a safe and encouraging environment for students to take risks and make those mistakes. Softening the approach when they jump down each other's throats, which they will. You are right there to say, hey, listen, can we maybe bring up the support a little bit? I really want this to be more of a vibe and less than like a, I told you so, and I told you so, and I told you so. But understanding that it's also normal for them to feel like that, especially if you are in upper elementary and they've been a class since they were in kindergarten. They're family at this point, and they go fight like it. Provide open-ended and challenging tasks that require problem solving and critical thinking. So it's not stopping just at grade level. It's saying, what would be the 6th grade bridge to this point, right? It's me teaching 5th grade. I might have a 5th grade standard with a 5th grade problem, but then in that productive struggle portion of our class, and maybe even I include that in my PowerPoint or in my lesson plan, where it's literally called productive struggle, and the kids know, oh, here comes the push. Here it comes. We work collaboratively together. Can't even say the word. We work together as a collaborative group, and we say, we know Miss Silvio is pushing us to that 6th grade level. Let's fail forward. And then celebrating and highlighting those moments of productive struggle and growth mindset in the classroom. Celebrate the living bejesus out of those kids when they get the answer wrong. And to completely summarize benefits of productive struggle for elementary students, this is going to empower your students, whether they're elementary or middle or even high school, to embrace challenges, to learn from mistakes, and to develop resilience. 3 of the most effective tools that you can produce in a child that is willing to embrace challenge, a child that is willing to make mistakes and put themselves out there to be vulnerable, a child that is going to develop resilience on a holistic level, is an adult that is going to change the world. Failure is encouraged, and we are releasing perfection, and we are promoting that growth mindset. Embracing failure as a growth opportunity empowers students to release the pressure of perfection and embrace their potential. So let's continue to foster those ideas in all of our classrooms, all of them. It doesn't just start and stop in elementary. Although I will say, as a child ages up, that productive struggle is more challenging. Get with your feeder patterns. Don't be afraid to reach down. Middle school teachers, don't be afraid to reach down into the elementary schools and talk about what that looks like in your perspective. Elementary teachers, don't be afraid to reach up to middle school. Where are you seeing the biggest pain points right now? We are a team. We are a collaborative effort, and we're all here for the same reason: to promote and produce students that are absolutely, without doubt, without shadow of a doubt, going to change the world in which we live.